Let's talk about something. What if you could consistently write tweets that could over 10,000 impressions without all the guesswork? Today, we're breaking down the exact AI-powered formula to do just that. If you're tired of shouting into the social media void and getting nothing back, then this is for you.
Okay, let's kick things off with a pretty stark number, 80%. That's a massive number, and it points to a huge kind of hidden problem for most creators out there. So, what's it all about?
Well, that's the percentage of tweets that get practically zero views. Just let that sink in for a second. The vast majority of time, of creative energy, it all goes into content that fewer than 50 people will ever see. I mean, talk about an enormous amount of wasted effort. So, the real question is, does this sound familiar? Is this you? Are you one of the people stuck in that 80%, pouring hours into stuff that just doesn't land? If that hits home, don't worry. You're definitely not alone, and we're about to fix that. All right, so to fix this, we've got to get to the root of the problem, right? Which brings us to our first section, why your tweets fail. Let's dig into that all-too-common creator struggle.
And man, this cycle is just brutal, isn't it? You waste hours on tweets that just disappear. Then you hit that dreaded writer's block because the pressure's always on to be brilliant. Your performance feels like a total roller coaster. One tweet does okay, the next 3 are complete duds. And it all just leads to creative burnout, where you start to wonder if the effort is even worth it. That's the manual grind.
But here's the thing. What if there was a system that could just shatter that cycle? This is where AI completely flips the script. And look, it's not about replacing your creativity. Not at all. It's about giving it a massive, massive advantage.
And this is where the difference becomes, well, just undeniable. I mean, look at these numbers side by side. Manually, you're grinding away for over an hour a day, and your success rate is, maybe 40% if you're lucky. Now, with an AI-powered system, you slash that time down to just 15 minutes a day, and you practically double your success rate. Your output goes from being a total gamble to something you can actually scale consistently. This isn't just a tiny improvement, it's a complete game changer for your workflow.
Yeah, we call this the 10x advantage. And what it really boils down to is that AI lets you operate on a level that's just, well, it's not humanly possible otherwise. You can crank out 50 high-quality tweets in the time it would take you to sweat over 5. You can test out different hooks, play with different angles, and make sure that every single thing you post is built on a formula that's already been proven to work.
Okay, so what are these proven formulas we're talking about? This is where we get into the nitty-gritty. And it all starts by looking at what's already working. All right, check this out. This is a real tweet, a real high-performing example that just took off. Now, this isn't some random thought that popped into someone's head. It's a very carefully built piece of content. The real question we need to ask is, why did this work so well? And this just lays out the formula perfectly. See how it starts with that killer hook? That's the personal achievement formula in action. Then boom, it immediately gives you huge value with specific hard numbers. 50 tweets, 1 hour. It builds credibility by showing you the exact how, and then it wraps up with a clear call to action, a question that basically begs for a reply. Every single part of this has a job to do.
And you know, the best part is, this isn't some one-off lucky shot. There are tons of these high-performance formulas you can just plug and play. And they work because they tap into, basic human psychology. The personal achievement hook, that's social proof. A controversial take, it creates a curiosity gap you just have to fill. A surprising stat, it shatters your expectations. And sharing a mistake you made, that builds trust and authority. These are the literal building blocks for tweets that actually get seen.
So, knowing the formulas is one thing, but turning them into a system you can repeat week after week, that's the real key. So let's walk through the exact weekly workflow that ties all of this together. And here it is, the whole system on one slide. In just about 3.5 hours total for the whole week, you can have your content completely locked in. And notice the flow here. You start with a bit of planning, then you jump into batch creation with AI, and that right there is your biggest time saver. After that, it's all about picking the best ones, adding some nice visuals, and then scheduling it all to go out on autopilot. This is the blueprint for being consistent without burning out.
Now, to make this all happen, you really only need 3 things in your toolkit. ChatGPT Plus for the heavy lifting of generation, Canva Pro for the visuals, and don't skip this, because tweets with images get way more impressions, and then a scheduler like Hypefury or Buffer to put it all on autopilot. That's it. That's the whole stack.
Okay, so let's tie this all back to what really matters. I mean, impressions are cool, but they're just a means to an end, right? The real goal here is growth, building authority, and eventually making an income. And this isn't just some theory.
Check out the real-world growth of a creator named Marcus Johnson. He used this exact system. He went from 150 followers to over 38,000 in just 10 months. And you can see the turning point, right? It's right around month 3. That's when he put his AI content system in place and started hitting those 10,000 plus impression tweets consistently.
And that kind of growth, it translates directly into what you can earn. I mean, just look at this chart. The income potential scales like crazy. Going from a few thousand followers to 10 or 50,000, it doesn't just bump up your income a little bit, it multiplies it. We're talking brand deals, affiliate marketing, selling your own products, and it all starts with getting those eyeballs on your stuff consistently.
So what you're doing really is creating this powerful monetization flywheel. The AI-driven tweets get you the 10K plus impressions, which gives you visibility. That visibility leads to faster follower growth. That bigger audience opens up way more opportunities, which, you guessed it, leads to a higher income. See how it works? Each part just spins the next one faster and faster.
So, look, we've just laid it all out. You've got the formula to get seen. You have the step-by-step workflow to do it without killing yourself. And you know the exact tools you need to get it done. The whole system is right here in front of you. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?